Hey, Shalom, Yabashim Yashai Baruch HaKadash, Yabashim Yashai Baruch HaKadash, Barakathon, Divine us, our apostles, our elders, group well, blessed citation to you, brothers up there teaching and enduring truth and sincerity. This for Abba Mop with the Nebraska camp, GMS push to the mark. You know, I wanted to go over this and through the spirit when I was looking up an article to settle on. I went to the Washington Post and the title of the article will say it all in reference to this lesson. It says Iran's hijab protests different from the past protest waves? Because currently Iran is going through a protest where a woman wasn't dressed appropriately in there's a sect, I forget what they call them, pretty much some morality police, um, where she wasn't dressed right. They put her in detention for 3 days supposedly, and she ended up dead, which I think is some type of hoax or some type of setup, you know, the C word to get this going. But the thing I wanted to settle on is that the nations are protesting. They're following after Babylon with all these protests and all these other leading countries. And they're leading silly women away. That's the first people that's going to pick up on it and feel like they can make a difference for what they're doing. And they've sipping up the cup, which you're going to get that precept also, but we're going to end it with that. Okay. So going into, we're going to go into Genesis 24 and 64. The reason why I'm going to go here and then we're going to go into Corinthians and you'll hear it when we read it. It says, and Rebekah lifted up her eyes, and when she saw Isaac, she lighted off the candle, and she had said unto the servant, what man is this that walketh in the field to meet us? And the servant had said, it is my master. Therefore she took a veil, and covered herself. Okay, so want to get the etymology for that word veil. Okay, Babaratazah. So going to the word veil in itself, veil, it says a nun's head covering. Um, a head covering, also a sail, a curtain, sail covering to weave a web. Okay, for the feminine singular noun to take the veil, become a nun is attested. Veil literally means to cover, veil, a cloth covering certain, literally a sail, a veil, sense of to conceal, mask, disguise. Okay, and so women normally veil their faces and their hair. Okay, because women were modest and the scriptures tell you not supposed to adorn yourself in modest apparel, putting on and the plating, decorating yourself up, because all that is ultimately to get a man. All right, so it'll smoothen out society if women didn't dress provocatively. Just to put it like that, because it's just like laying salmon out for a bear and expecting not to eat it. All right, and women know what they're doing. They're doing it for attention. Okay, but that's neither here nor there. And if you think different or feel different, you can take it up with the Most High, because He knoweth the heart, man. All right, so we're gonna get into see here. So we're gonna go into First Corinthians chapter 11 and 5. It says, "For every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered dishonoreth her head, what she don't have her veil on. For that is even as if she were shaven." So that proves that it has to be a physical covering, because if I sit here and say, like women back when I was younger, when they wore leggings, they had shorts on top and they wore leggings underneath, or they wore short dresses, they wore leggings underneath. You know what I'm saying? And then women just took the skirt off, because, you might as well be naked. So that's in reference to that. It's like, oh, you wearing leggings. That's the same. That's almost as if you're naked, or that's even if you're naked, because you could see everything, right? So this is a similitude. That's what I'm saying. Okay. If a woman takes her covering off, if she takes her veil off, it's as even if she was shaven. That means she's not shaven. That means you might as well be bald headed by not having a covering on in front of a male's appearance. Because a woman's hair is her glory, right? So you should cover it up and present that glory to a man, your head, which is your husband, or the man. It's just like being butt naked. Everybody shouldn't be able to see you butt naked. It should only be able to, it should only be for your husband to see. But women don't respect themselves and they want the world to applaud it. But that's neither here nor there either. Um, Getting back to this is that this is the law. So I'm just saying that the Iranians don't have this law messed up, and the women are protesting it, and they've learned this protesting style from Esau and Babylon. Okay, because whether people believe it or not, we stay here. A lot of us, so we don't know the cultural influence that we have on other nations. And it's a really big influence. A lot of these countries want to. When I say countries, I don't mean the leaders. I mean the average citizens want to be like Americans, or it's either the complete opposite. They loathe America and they hate America. America has a big stem. Uh, um, no, I can't think of the word. It came to my mouth and it just left. But they have a big imprint on the world, a big influence. Okay, and it could turn to jealousy, envy. What it said that Americans are arrogant, or uh, you could tell American a mile away. But most people love it, and especially who? Women. Okay, because they see that power and they want to come over here and be sluts and be in pornos and be and wear business outfits and suits and talk and look down on men because they haven't been able to do it. You know, uh, which is a melting pot for destruction, man. Okay. It says Jeremiah 51:7 says Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. And in this particular case, that wine that they're drinking is protesting, okay, and bucking up, all right, which is not going to lead to anything good, okay. You're not going to have a Muslim democracy or whatever you want to call it. But they, at the end of the day, these people that are doing all this protesting, they're just influenced from Babylonian protests, from the Black Lives Matter, all this. And that's why I believe it's all orchestrated because these people, the ruling class, they know this. They practice this over here in this country, and they gonna know how to influence other people through media, propaganda, and wants and desires. Okay, and they know that you start off with the women, man. Women's liberation. Let's take off the hijab. All right. We got enough protests to show you that it has some type of impact where nobody's gonna have a say so, and they're gonna be in for a rude awakening because I don't think Iran is gonna go for that. Okay. It's already like 50 dead or something, 80 dead, how they're saying it. And they're going to try to get Esau or Babylon to get into it and start putting it on the media. Just like I was watching the other day where they got the Ukrainian dude on and he's telling us about how bad Russia is. Look, that's y'all problem. Why y'all bring this nigga business all the way on CNN, CSNBC, whatever that, and then you talking to him and you got a translator like that's that nigga problem. You know, like why is it something that we have to see when you beefing with somebody on the other side of the earth? You know why? Because they're trying to program us to, oh, pray for Ukraine, I pray for Crimea, I pray, put up the flag, and then America say, hey, we're gonna go over there. You want to see who's all voting for it indirectly. So that's all it is, and it's the same thing what they're doing now with this Hajib deal. Is they're trying to get people triggered, especially women, we need to do something about that. And then the president gonna say something about it, and the whole spill. We know the spill. So this is the nations drinking up the cup of the wine, but they don't know that this is an order ab chaos. All right, they're trying to infiltrate. They're trying to break down the system. They're trying to you know, cripple these other nations that don't want to yield to the Babylonian way. So with that being said, Once they call all Yahweh Shemel Shah, Baba Kakadash, Yahweh Shemel Shah, Baba Shemel Kakadash, Barak Thumb, double honest that apostles or elders will well, bless thy taste to you, brothers, like that teaching and the truth sincerely. Shalom.